This time on the MX5 Restorer weekly update, we've got service, car that should have gone to the paint shop 2 days ago. We're rebuilding the respray. That's still on my ramp, more rust, a lot more rust, and a service going on here.
This one?
Oh yeah, this one, roof. Right then everyone, we've got this one in today. This one's come in, this one's having a roof fitted. And as you can see, we've completely removed the frame from the car. And we've always adopted this process because some people put the roofs back on the frame with the frame still bolted in the car. But we like to completely remove it away from the car. That way we're working away from the car. There's no chance of marking the car, and we just find it easier to fit the actual fabric back onto the frame itself. So just a quick sort of like run through. Here we've got the frame. The old roof's been taken off. I think it was yes, it was just a vinyl with a vinyl screen. What's going back on this one?
Mohair with glass.
Is it a mohair with glass? Okay, so when we refit the material back onto the frame, there's a fitting kit to be fitted if you're having a glass screen put in, especially if you're going from a Mark 1 frame and having that done. On the Mark 2 it already has straps fitted, so they don't really need to be done, but if you're going Mark 1 frame to a mohair with glass or a vinyl glass, this fitting kit needs to be fitted. And just a brief process, it runs from the top, from here to this back one, sort of like so. That'll get riveted onto there, and that's sort of like a little bit like that manner. And then we've got this other one, which roughly around about there will then come down. Anyone that's got a Mark 2 or 2.5 and they've removed their roof will always have this strap at the back. Mark 1 frames don't have it, so that's put on to give the roof a bit more extra rigidity. Otherwise, with the weight of the glass, it flaps around more, and this needs to be sprung to come back. Okay, that's a little brief run through of the roof. The process for doing a roof, we can normally get that done in a day. Drop it off in the morning, we get the roof done. Is this one going back out today? Yeah, the customer will be back later on this afternoon. So it's quite, doing a roof, it's quite a relatively easy job, but it's a technical job. It's an easy technical job. So if that's a little fiddly job that you're up to, it can be done at home, but we always prefer to remove the roof from the car. I say this one is going to the paint shop. It was supposed to go yesterday. I think they'll probably be coming to pick it up today. That's our red one that we've stripped the engine bay out of. I'm not going to go for any more of that because we've done enough on that. There's no more updates on this I can talk to you about. This is just a service. I think it's a full service, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be going on. That started, I think, this afternoon. Now you've seen, I think we have done a video of this one, haven't we? So this is one and it's stripped down. It's come back from the paint. I think in the last update it came back from the paint, but it started to be reassembled now. So the screen's been put back in. That was done this morning. Bumpers have been fitted. And Ashley, you going to say hello? That's Ashley, everyone. He's camera shy. He is a boy. Don't let the hair fool you. He's going to kill me for saying that later on, but never mind. So what have you been doing on this morning then, Ash?
Refitting all the bumpers, lights, door handles.
Just running through the process of it. Mm-hmm. This is Ashley's first time on camera, so he's a little bit camera shy. But we're hoping to sort of get him more on screen. The more of us that come onto the camera, I think you'll enjoy it more. I don't think you just want to keep seeing me all the time, or just hearing me. So yeah, this is going to have the door handles put on, mirrors, and just, yeah, the car's going to be put back together, and then we'll run through some checks on it, and it will go back to the paint shop to be polished, and then we'll get it back, and then it'll be ready to go to the customer. Which is it going out this Saturday? We see how it goes. Yeah, we'll wait to see. I think there may be a few other bits to do on it, but if it gets done in time, it could be going out this Saturday, or it'll be when the customer can pick it up. Over to the one I've been working on. I think the last update we showed you, I think everything on the front end we've gone through. What has been done significantly is the sill area on the driver's side. So this has all been cut out and replaced. Are you able to? Can you see where my finger is? So yeah, this has all been. It was just all rotted out. The front jacking point was all gone. This has now been replaced, and I've now got to do the other side. You probably saw from our last video that this is being held up with our A-frame, which Gareth drew, and we got a metal fabrication place to professionally put together and weld up. Now the reason for these is because when you're doing sill work on the MX5, and when it's a bad sill like this one, there's so much you have to cut out, and where the ramp arms are, where you lift up, there's not enough strength in the sill areas to keep the car in its place. And you can either put bracing in, but bracing works, but it's not a full restoration, so we don't really want to be welding or bolting stuff in. So the A-frames, where they mount up, you don't get any body movement. If you were to cut the seals out and have these on the frame, the ramp, the gap can open up more. From what that gap is there, it can open up probably to around about that much more, and also close in. So we had these A-frames done, and that sorts the problem out. And if anyone's wondering, oh, I wouldn't want to work underneath these are very strong, they're very sturdy, and they're much safer than any sort of 4 axle stands underneath the car. You'd have to seriously, I don't know.
You need enough weight.
Yeah, and yeah, so it's more, these A-frames are more than capable of taking twice the amount of weight that the MX5 is putting on it, and they have been given the okay by the insurance guy. So that's okay. Hi Jim. I don't think we've introduced you on camera yet, have we? You've just been hovering in the background. This is Jim, everyone. He's the newest member of the team at the MX5 Restorer. So what are you doing on this one, Jim?
Full service, front disc and pads. I think that's about it.
That's it, yeah. So Jim's just working through the process. I think he's already got, as you can see, this has just had the Borg and Beck discs and pads fitted. We quite like the Borg and Beck stuff. As you can see, if you come in, it's all coated. What is it coated with? It's just a coating, isn't it? Is it? Yeah. But a lot of discs come with some coating on it, but this is coated everywhere. So the reason why we like these is because a lot of our owners, they like their discs and their car to look clean. So you don't get this rusting all around the areas where they would normally rust, and they're a good disc and a very good pad. Myself and Gareth used to have these on our own cars that were turboed, and they held up very well. And we even had, what did we have on the track? We had a set of Borg and Beck discs, wasn't it? And we had some track pads. Yeah, that's it. And that car was on the track all day with heavy braking, and we didn't encounter any disc warpage at all. So it was after we'd done that, we were quite happy to sort of sell these, because we know that they will stand up to a track day, and they're good for just normal driving. We also do an uprated discs and pads, which are available. All information is on our website, and they're pretty good. They're black diamond yeah, pads.
What's your disc?
And Rochester discs and black diamond pads. So I had a memory block then. Couldn't remember what it was. I was hoping you were going to help me out. I think that's it, isn't it?
Yep.
So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and we'll see you next time. Right, okay. Okay.
That's going to be funny to people who watch that one.